Sure. So Whitney Evans, I'm from TV Fanatic. Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you, Whitney?
I'm good, thank you. So my first question was, so when you first booked the show and realized you were going to be playing Kanan Stark, what were your
Mhm.
first thoughts about that?
Oh my God, I'm playing Kanan Stark. Because up until this point, I didn't even know I was playing Kanan. At this point, it was just I was going to be on Power, and I was already two auditions in, like two really rigorous auditions in. So I was fully invested, and I still didn't know I was playing Kanan. So adding that sort of cherry on top, I guess, was really cool. But it also, again, oh my God, I'm playing Kanan on Raising Kanan. So now there's this. The immediate thought was, all right, what do I do? Like, how do I become Kanan? So
Mhm.
just went back and started watching Kanan. Just started watching, just trying to pick it apart and see what I could, add to my interpretation.
And that was leading into my second question was, so did you went back and watch some of 50 Cent, his portrayal, and did you kind of like blend that and your own interpretation of the character together?
Absolutely, yeah. With as okay, again, going back to once you find out, oh my God, I'm playing Kanan, and then being a fan of Power and knowing that this is an established character that so many people know, love, hate, whatever. It's a known
Mhm.
character. Um, you immediately turn to how do I keep sort of the continuity and the evidence of this character, this pre-established character. So yeah, I had already been watching Power up until this point, but I went back and started watching again. I say with kind of like a different eye, a different
Mhm.
lens, like just trying to pick apart and see what mannerisms I could maybe grab, or
Mhm.
even down to relationships. That's where I really found a lot more about Jukebox and Kane's relationship, and that sort of stuff. So there was that. There was, watching actual interviews of 50 Cent or, Curtis Jackson, whatever, trying to get
Mhm.
mechanics of him, to blend also with what he did with Kanan. There was going back and just, watching 90s films, just trying to get the
Mhm.
era of what 90s New York was, and,
Mhm.
how they walked, how they talked, stuff like that. So that was, I guess the sort of work we put in to getting Kanan where he is or was.
So you mentioned it. So Kanan was, a popular but kind of a polarizing character.
Mhm.
So what are you hoping that the audience takes away from the prequel, and who Kanan was?
Um, well, I mean, I just want, hopefully people will be able to see how he got to that point. If they, if they even do decide to fully watch Power, to see the full uh uh transgression, like not transgression. I'm so tired right now, but
Trajectory.
trajectory. That's the word I was looking for. Yes, trajectory. Thank you, Whitney. But yeah, no. Ultimately, the goal I have, and I think everybody attached to this project has, is telling this coming of age story, this family drama of how this young man uh deals with influence and environment and identity and legacy, and trying to just figure out who he is inside of this crazy world, and wanting to be there for his mother and his family. That's his biggest thing, is trying to be there for his family. Essentially, I want to tell this story of how this love turned, how such an extreme love turned a person into such a animal, because there's so much he did in love that kind of comes back to bite him in a way. One of the biggest themes for the show, I feel like, is the a butterfly effect. Reaping what you sow. A lot of what he does over here, he doesn't realize affects something over here, and something that happens over here doesn't realize what affects over here. There's this big spider web of just different approaches to trying to protect and love one another that happens, and it doesn't work because there's so many different approaches to this one goal, and you can't have that.
Think, well, I got to see the first two episodes. You were phenomenal, and I'm really
Thank
looking
you so
forward to
much.
seeing the rest of the series. So thank you so
I'm
much for your
excited.
time.
Thank you, Whitney. Have an amazing day.
Thanks, you too.